कौपीनवन्तः खलु भाग्यवन्तः कौपीनवन्तः खलु भाग्यवन्तः देहाभिमानं परिहृत्य धूरात् आत्मानमात्मन्यवलोकयन्तः अहर्निशं ब्रह्मणि रमन्तः अहर्निशं ब्रह्मणि रमन्तः स्वानन्दभावे परितुष्टिमन्तः स्वशान्तसर्वेन्द्रियवृत्तिमन्तः नान्तं न मध्यं न बहिस्मरन्तः नान्तं न मध्यं न बहिस्मरन्तः कौपीनवन्तः खलु भाग्यवन्तः कौपीनवन्तः खलु भाग्यवन्तः क्षरं पावनमुच्चरन्तः पतिं पशूनां हृदि भावयन्तः क्षणादिषु परिभ्रमन्तः भिक्षाशनाधिक्षु परिभ्रमन्तः कौपीनवन्तः खलु भाग्यवन्तः कौपीनवन्तः खलु भाग्यवन्तः. So today is the maximum strength for the second course, I suppose, because being Shivaratri, some more people have come and some more youngsters are about to come. That's good. सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. மோனமாமுரையார்காட்டும் மா பிரம்மவத்தூவாலன் சிவநிலை தவசற்சீடர் செரிகுருவரன் சிற்கையன் உவகையோருருவன் தன்னுள் உவப்பவன் கழிமூகத்தன் அவனையான் தென்பான்மூர்த்தி அப்பனை ஏத்துவோமே அவனையான் தென்பான்மூர்த்தி அப்பனை ஏத்துவோமே. உள்ளதலதுள்ள உணர் உள்ளதோ உள்ள பொருள். உள்ளலர உள்ளத்தே உள்ளதால் உள்ளமெனும் உள்ள பொருள் உள்ளலவன் உள்ளத்தே உள்ளபடி. உள்ளதே உள்ளல் உணர். மரண பய மிக்குள அம்மக்களர நாக. மரண பவமில்லா மகேசன். சரணமே சார்வர்தம் சார்வொடுதாம் சாவுற்றார் சாவென்னம். சார்வரோ சாவாதவர். 34th, right? என்றும் எவர்க்கும் இயல்பாயுள பொருளை ஒன்றும் உளத்துள் உணர்ந்து நிலை நின்றிடாது உண்டின்றுருவருவென்று ஒன்றிரண்டன்றே சண்டையிடல் மாயை சழக்கு. சித்தமாயுள் பொருளை தேர்ந்திருத்தல் சித்தி பிற. சித்தியெல்லாம் சொப்பனமார் சித்திகளே நித்திரை விட்டு ஓர்ந்தால் அவை மெய்யோ உண்மை நிலை நின்று பொய்மை. தீர்ந்தார் தியங்குவரோ தேர் நாம் உடலென்றெண்ணினல நாமதுவென்றெண்ணுமது. நாமதுவா நிற்பதற்கு நற்றுணையே யாமென்று நாமதுவென்றெண்ணுவதே. நான் மனிதன் என்றெண்ணுமோ நாமதுவா நிற்குமதனால். சாதகத்திலேதுவிதம் சாத்தியத்தில் அத்துவிதம் ஓதுகின்ற வாதமதும் உண்மையல. ஆதரவாய் தான் தேடும் காலும் தனையடைந்த காலத்தும் தான் தசமன் அன்றியார்தான். So yesterday Bhagavan was telling, when the self is shining in the heart naturally without any effort as I, the wise one should dive deep within and he should abide. Without doing that, if he goes on arguing endlessly about the self, which cannot be spoken of or which cannot be thought of even, saying that it is there, it is not there, or it is one, it is plural, this and that, he says, Sandayidal Maya Shalakku. All those things are only Maya's karyam, Manamayakam. Meaning what? Mind's play. So therefore, we should not unnecessarily argue or quarrel about different philosophies. See, one thing we should understand, all the philosophies given by great masters, they are all auspicious, they are all wonderful only. If you follow that with Shraddha and Bhakti, it will take you. We should not compare. We should follow our Guru, our path. And Lord will take care of us. Wherever we have to reach, we will reach. So we should not condemn anybody or unnecessarily quarrel among each other. That's what Bhagavan is trying to say. And also about Siddhis, he is warning. It is still in the purview of mind only. Soppanamar Siddhikade, like a dream only, it is not real. So therefore don't get lost in Siddhis. So Siddhamai ulla porul enna? Adile nilaikkirada Siddhi. Adai therndeduttal Siddhi. So to remain here is real Siddhi. Other Siddhis have got not much meaning. So those who have really given up the falsehood and abiding in the truth, will they ever go behind all these Siddhis? Will they be deluded by these Siddhis? That's what Bhagavan is asking. Right? And then he says, as long as you think I am the body, then so long you can have this bhavana, I am Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi and all. But then he asks why? It is null tunai only, it is helping only. But why to go on asking, to go on saying, I am Brahman, I am Brahman? Will ever the man will say, I am man, I am man, I am man? When he knows it very clearly, when he has no doubt about it, will he ever go on saying, I am man? Similarly, going on saying, I am Brahman, Brahman also, after a particular stage, has got not much meaning. That's what Bhagavan is trying to say here. Right? And also, the idea that while we are doing sadhana, while we are ignorant, then Advaita is true, the duality is true. And afterwards, when you realize the Advaita is true, this Odum Vadamadu Unmayala, this is not true, he said. When you are searching the truth also, when you are found out also, always Advaita, the self is non-dual. That is the truth. This is mind's imagination, mind's projection. Always the post is the truth, ghost is only mind's imagination. You understand? So he gives the example of the Dashaman, the 10th man. While he was counting also, he was always the 10th man. When he has found out also, he was always the 10th man. So 10th man was never lost to be found out. So therefore, don't have all these ideas, fantastic ideas. While we are ignorant, yes, we are Jiva only. We have to start from where we are. You will never start from where you are, because that is false. You have to assert your true nature, saying that I am Parabrahma, Paramatma, I am Purana Vastu. See, a sadhak, a very important quality of a sadhak is, he should not too much entertain his mind. Give space to his mind. Mind will want so many things, but he should not. That is the true quality of a seeker. Understand? So therefore, Bhagavan was very clear. Always the self is true. Now, moving on to the 38 words. So only 40 verses. So we are in the 38 words. Vinay Mudal Namayin Vizhai Payan Tuipom Vinay Mudalar Endru Vinavi Tanayariya Kartatuvam Karumam Munrungalalum Nittamamutti Nilai Vinay Mudal Namayin Vinay Payan Tuipom Vinay Mudalar Endru Vinavi Tanayariya Kartatuvam Karumam Munrungalalum Nittamamutti Nilai. See, nobody can be this scientific, this clear, Bhagavan is wonderful actually. What he is saying here? Vinay Mudal Namayin. Vinay means actions, karmas. Mudal means, here what it means is the karta. If I am the doer, Vinay Mudal, if I am the cause or if I am the karta, of any action, any karmas, Vinay Mudal Namayin, Vinay Payan Tuipom. Then we enjoy the fruits of the actions. As long as we have Kartrutva Abhimana, that I am the doer, then the Bhoktrutva Abhimana, that I am the enjoyer, is very natural. It is two sides of the same coin. You cannot say, I am not the doer, but I want to enjoy. When it comes, I am happy. You cannot say that. Or if you have the idea that I am the doer, and if you do, I will just remain balanced when it comes to fruits. It will not happen. So, when you are the doer, you have to reap the fruits of your actions. Thinai vidaittavan thinai arupan. Meaning, if you feel, if you consider you are the doer of the action, then please take responsibility and you have to go through the fruits or go through the results of the action. You have to, there is no other goal. But here Bhagavan is asking, Vinay Mudalar Indru Vinavi, are you the real doer? See, always he questions the fundamentals. See? Vinay Mudalar Indru Vinavi. You ask, am I the doer? Who is the doer? If I am the doer, who am I? So, Vinay Mudalar Indru Vinavi. Vinavi means to ask. To ask, who is the doer? Actually. Who am I? Who is the doer means not who is the doer. God is the doer. If you say God is the doer, everything is gone. You know, do you know that God is the doer? You don't know anything about God. How can you say God is the doer? If you go and ask God, he will say, I have never done anything. I have not done anything. So the idea is, you know what? If you are the doer, better take responsibility. But you inquire, are you the doer? If you feel I am the doer, then inquire, who am I? And find out whether this I is capable of doing anything. Or what is this I? Vinavi, you inquire, you ask, and find yourself. Tanai Ariya, when you really know the true self, you know that it is akriya, it is beyond karma. Why? There is no modification, there is no sense of agency in the self, in Atma, the self. Therefore, the self is not involved in any action as such. When you know that you are beyond karma, meaning as the self you are not at all involved in any karma, you are sakshi matram, then kartattuvam poi, the sense of agency or the doership, poi, it will not be anymore with you. Even though your body and mind may be acting, you will not feel or wonder or experience that you are doing. Somehow inside it is total stillness. Body, mind may work. This is possible. Karmani akarmayaha pashyet. Karmani akarmayaha pashyet. One who is doing inaction or non-action in the action. Akarmani cha karmayaha. Sa buddhiman manushesh. So Bhagavad Gita, Shri Krishna says. So perfectly it is possible. So you will find yourselves to be the non-doer. Kartartvam poi. This sense of doership will vanish once and for all. When sense of doership vanishes, when the ahankara vanishes, karma moonrum kadalum. All the three karmas, kadalum. They can no more afflict you. They also will go along with the doer. As I told you the other day, if you have done the murder, if police is searching for you, and if for some reason you are dead and gone, then the police cannot catch anybody else. They close the file. So the doer has done, so the results come to the doer. If the doer is no more, then whom it will catch? That's all. It's all finished. Karma moonrum kadalum. The sanchita, agamya and prarabdha. All the three karmas will go. Sanchita means accumulated karmas. Whatever you have done through all the janmas. And prarabdha means whatever you have taken and we have come here. Agamya means here what we are doing, which is for the future. So all the three will go. In traditional thought it is only said the two will go but prarabdha will remain. But that is also not true. Only for the onlookers it is said. Because they see the Mahatma also suffering or enjoying. Then they ask why. Then they say it is prarabdha. Some Mahatmas are preaching, going around in the world doing something. Some Mahatmas are just quiet. Why? They are prarabdha. But actually they don't have prarabdha from that standpoint. And Bhagavan is going to say in the Anubandham, if a man has got 3 wives, suppose if he dies, only 2 will become widow. The other one will be always, Sumangali, or she will be, no, it is not possible. All the 3 will become widows. So, even the prarabdha is not there for the realized saint. Karma moonrum kallum, very particular, very clear. In Vivekachudan also, Adi Shankara makes it very clear. Karma moonrum kallum, prarabdha also is not for this Mahatma. Why? Because Brahmavid Brahmaiva Bhavati. When you know Brahman and when you abide there, you become Brahman only. Become means you are Brahman only. For Brahman there is no karma. For Brahman there is no palapalan. There is no sukha dukkha. There is no experiencing anything. There is nothing else to experience. Therefore, karma moonrum kallum. See, I tell you, as long as the mirror is there, the reflection of the face is there. When the mirror is broken, no reflection, only the original face is there. Similarly, as long as the Atma Chaitanyam is functioning through the Buddhi, expressing as Chitchaya, all this is valid. What is that? Karma, pala. You understand? Then birth, rebirth, and even vasanas. All those things can function only in that purview of ego. When the ego is dead and gone, nothing can sprout, nothing can function. See, we have studied in Ramana Gita, when this Mahatma's Sahasrara is full of light, there no Vikalpas can stand. Everything is burnt. Nothing can stand. No Sankalpa Vikalpas can stand there. In Ramana Gita, beautifully Bhagavan explains, when this Mahatma is realized, when his Sahasrara is full of light, there Sankalpa Vikalpas cannot sprout or cannot survive. That's what he says. So the Vasanas cannot survive there. The Karmas cannot survive there. Karma Phalas, nothing can survive there. So he is fully blossomed, or like a sun, he is blazing as the pure consciousness. There is no room for any ignorance, any vasanas, any karmas, karma phalas, sukha dukkha nuharchi, nothing of that sort. He is fully blazing as Atma Suryan. That is the glory of this self-knowledge. That's why our Swamiji used to say either it is 0 or 100 marks. There is no 20, 30, 50 and all. Either it is 0 or 100. Either you are ignorant or you are jnani. There is no half jnani, I am going towards jnana. Half, no. Half jnani is also ajnani only. And Ramana Gita, Bhagavan says it flashes, tuck. He says all those things. See, Ramana Gita was an eye-opener in so many ways actually. So many ways it was an eye-opener. About Hridaya Vidya, he talks so beautifully. So maybe once we have to take it in English also, Ramana Gita. It's worth it. It's a wonderful text actually. Kavyakanta Ganapati Muni is not an ordinary person. Great scholar. And he has asked wonderful question. Not only he, even his devotees have asked wonderful question, pointed question to Bhagavan and got the answer from him. Otherwise Bhagavan would not talk about all those things. So Ramana Gita was wonderful. There he says all these things cannot survive there. So see the approach of Bhagavan, see how beautiful it is. What is karma? The doership and the enjoyership is karma. So if you think you are the doer, definitely you have to enjoy the results. No running away, no escape. But inquire, are you the doer? If you inquire and find out, you understand that you are not the doer, you can never be the doer. Because the ego only is the doer, the ego is false. The ego perishes. When the ego perishes, there is no doer. The self is beyond all actions, all karmas. So what happens when there is no doer? There cannot be any enjoyer. So the results cannot go and catch anybody. Therefore for him no karmas. Karma moonrum kadalum. Karmadi kattavilla senmadi nattamela. Emmarkamadaneenum immarkam mikkelidu. Ye kanmadi siridindri summa amarndirukka amma agathilanma sodiye. Engyo ketama irukka? You have heard somewhere, na? Atma Vidya Kirtan. Beautiful. So that is the most beautiful words. Karmadi kattavila senmadi nattamela. So therefore, all the three karmas go. And he remains as his own self. Nittama mukti nilai. This is the real mukti. Nittama mukti means what? When all the karmas go, there are no vasanas. He blazes as the Atma Surya, as the Atma Chaitanya. That is Nittama Mukti Nilai. That is the true Mukti Nilai. And this is Nittama means ever you are like that only. You only think you are the doer and you suffer. You only think you are a jiva and then you become miserable. But even when you are miserable, you are that Ananda Swarupam only. See, that is the contradiction. Being the Ananda Swarupam, we cry so much. Being the Purana Vastu, we run after small little pleasures, things. This is the contradiction of life. Being the Eka Chakravarti, you go and beg everywhere. You know. So therefore, when the doer, who is he? When it is inquired, then the karma moonrum doer also perishes, and along with him all the karmas go. Then 39 towards. Bhattana nennumate Bandhamuti Sindanaigal Baddanaar என்று தன்னை பார்க்குங்கார் சித்தமாய் நித்தமுத்தன் தான் நிற்காதே பந்த சிந்தை முத்தி சிந்தை முன்னிற்குமோ பத்தனான் என்னுமட்டே பந்தமுத்தி சிந்தனைகள் பத்தனார் என்று தன்னை பார்க்குங்கார் சித்தமாய் நித்தமுத்தன் தான் நிற்காதே பந்த சிந்தை முத்தி சிந்தை முன்னிற்குமோ Baddan nan ennumate. Baddan means one who is bound. I am bound. Baddan. No, Baddan means the person who is bound is called as Baddan. Not Bandhan. In Tamil it is Baddan. You are saying Bandhan. Bandhan is Hindi, na? It is Tamil, na? In Tamil, Baddan means one who is bound. You are saying Bandhan, Bandhan. What is Bandhan? He is Baddan. One who is bound. Baddan. Baddan nan. I am bound. Endru ennumate. When you think like that, endru ennumate, bandhamutti sindanegal. These ideas of bondage and liberation. Meaning, this idea of bondage and liberation is spoken so elaborately in our scriptures. In Viveka Chudamani, the student comes to the Acharya and he cries, "Oh Lord, I am bound, I am suffering in this samsara. Please save me." Please tell me how to cross across this ocean of samsara. All those stuff. And Guru also agrees with Mamamba, you are suffering, I know. I will help you out. All those. But here about Bhagavan says, Baddhan nan ennumatte. As long as you think you are bound, yes, then there are ideas of bondage and liberation. But Baddhan ar endru thannai paarkungal. Without worrying about bondage and liberation, if you find out, are you really bound? Who is bound? Baddhan ar. Who is bound? When you try to see within and try to search for this person who is bound, then he says, there is no one to be bound. There is no one bound. Baddhan ar endru thannai paarkungal siddhamai nittamuttan thanirka. What remains? Siddhamai, ever shining, nittamuttan thanirka. The self which is always liberated alone remains. Nirkade bandha sindai. If the fellow who feels he is bound himself is gone, means how can the idea of bondage remain? See, I feel I am bound, I am bound, I am bound. Have you ever thought about yourself? Who are you? Have you found out? If you find your true self, there is nobody to be bound. Because he is always liberated, this self. It is not that after realizing it is liberated. No. Always the self is liberated only. We unnecessarily confuse ourselves imagining so many things. Otherwise it is all nittamai. Siddhamai nittamuktan tanirka. Nittamuktan is always liberated. That's how he experiences the truth. See, Kanakamal writes here, when the jnani, when he realizes the truth, he will not feel as if he has gained something new. His experience is, always I have been like this only. I only thought otherwise. This is very true. Therefore, when you know the true self, this idea of bondage cannot stand. The idea of bondage itself is false. Because we think I am bound. The personality who is bound itself is not there. It's false. So therefore, the bondage itself is false. If bondage is false, Mutti Sindai Mundirkumo. What is the idea of mukti or liberation? Liberation also is an idea which is false. So there is no bondage, there is no liberation. There is nothing to be known. There is nothing to know. There is no samsara. How nice to hear, na? அப்படியே இருந்துட்டா எவ்வளோ தேவையாக இருக்கும். அப்படி இல்லையே சுவாமிஜி. Every day we are suffering. The body, I tell you, so much of pain everywhere. And gas, bees, all those stuff. This body, I tell you, is very strange. Then we have to believe in prarabdha. Then only we have to believe in prarabdha. We don't know why this body is acting this way. See, one thing, we are not taking care of it properly. No exercise, eating indiscriminately, doing too much of work or too much of lazying around. That is all there. But even those who really exercise and take care, putak they go one day. Why they had gone, nobody knows. Doctors, they don't know. He was exercising, top, he had gone. He has exercised too much. See, in Sri Lanka, we had one Yogacharya. He was a normal devotee, only following our classes and all, but later he became suddenly very well versed in yoga and he was teaching yoga. Very nice person. But you know what? He was 70, 75. He was having that conviction. Now I know yoga, I am doing yoga and I am going to live for 100 years and that is it and that is everything. Yoga, 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 yoga. Suddenly he died one day. No, everybody was so shocked. He was healthy. He earlier had problems, but with yoga and all, really he became healthy. One day, dumb, he has gone. Why? Nobody knows. This is why we have to believe in prarabdha. See, I am not discouraging anything, please. சாமிக்கு ஒன்றும் செய்ய முடியாது, அதனால அவர் எல்லாம் டிஸ்கரேஜ் பண்ணுவார். Not like that. What I mean to say is, though we talk all those things, the body is there, the pain, the disease is there, right? Mind is there, attachments are there, ajnana is there, everything is there. But nothing is there. This is how it is. That is what Bhagavan is saying. As long as we think we are a personality, all this is true. Enne nivatre ennuire, kurayum gunamum nee allal. So all this belongs to this ego sense only, which is not, which is false. Right? So when the ego goes, nothing is true, only the self is true. So even the idea of bondage is only an idea. So bondage is not true. Therefore, liberation can never be true. Appo liberation pocha. So there is no liberation also? No. So you can't know the self? No. There is no liberation? No. Then why are we here, Swamiji? To relax. Our Acharya says, time pass. He says, and he gives his all satsanga sessions as time pass sessions. In his itinerary also you see, time pass sessions. Time pass. ரொம்ப அநியாயம் சுவாமிஜி. இங்கே எல்லா டயத்தையும் வேஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டு டைம் பாஸ். எஸ், வாட் எல்ஸ் வி ஆர் டூயிங் அதர்வைஸ்? டைம் பாஸ் ஒன்லி. So there is no bondage because there is no one to be bound. This you will realize. And then how can there be any idea of mukti sindai munnirkumo? Can ever the idea of liberation come to the forefront? When the bondage, the idea of bondage itself is false. Mukti sindai munnirkumo? Can ever the idea of liberation means crop up, rises its head? So there is no idea, there is no liberation. So self alone is, that is it. Therefore, see, this is what is another problem. This mumukshu, so-called mumukshu, one who is longing for liberation. Mumukshu. I want to liberate myself. Moksha, mukti, mukti nilai, mukti nilai, mukti nilai. When will I get that mukti nilai? When will I get that mukti nilai? That itself becomes a big bondage. That itself becomes a big disturbance. That itself becomes a big block in abiding in the self. When the mind is continuously agitated, எனக்கு எப்போ முக்தி கிடைக்க போகுது, முக்தி கிடைக்க போகுது, இதன் இட்லி தோசையா, எப்போ முக்தி கிடைக்க போகுது, முக்தி கிடைக்க போகுது. If you go on thinking, you are allowing the ego to run riot only. Even though that is good, but still in the last stage, even this idea of mukti is the biggest obstacle. ஆனால் அதை விட்டுட்டோன்னா, முக்திங்கிற ஐடியா விட்டுட்டோன்னா என்ன ஆகிடும்? ரொம்ப மோசமாக போயிடும். It becomes still worse. What, eat, sleep, they watch TV. Now nobody watches TV also. I think nobody watches TV. No? People watch TV? I don't know. Everybody watch only YouTube, I suppose. Or smart TV they may watch. I tell you, and we become still worse only. At least that is a goal. Oh, அங்க போய் சேரணும், அங்க போய் சேரணும். I have to reach there, I have to reach there. If there is some motivation, then you keep running. You know, J. Krishnamurti says, you want to cross to the other shore. But pass, find out, are you not in the other shore already? By swimming, you may go contrary. You may go to the shore where you don't want to. Maybe you are on the other shore already. How do you know? Pause. See, it's a very beautiful statement actually. Because we feel something has to be done, we have to liberate ourselves, something has to be drastically done, we so much disturb our minds. So what to be done? Morning you get up, do this, do that, this prayer you have to do, this worship you have to do, this dhyanam you have to do, study of scriptures you have to do, make a timetable, every day, go, run. You have been running behind the wealth, behind property and behind everything all these days. Now you run behind what? Moksha, 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 moksha. And what happens? Something or other you are disturbed and you die as a disturbed soul. And how can you be born as a wonderful soul? If you die as a disturbed soul, you will be born as a disturbed soul only. Then once again, moksha, moksha, moksha. See, people become spiritual, this is called spiritual hysteria. Spiritual hysteria. Now from tomorrow onwards, I am not going to be the same person. Today is Shivaratri. Today I am going to take a sankalpa. I have attended all this for 20 days, 25 days. I am going to be a new person now. From tomorrow onwards, I am going to book a room near Ramanashramam for 2-3 years. Morning till evening, only sadhana. 2 days he will run. Bore அடிக்குது இப்போ பார் கண்ணை மூடிட்டு உட்காந்து. So many things. It is not like that actually. Consistently, beautifully, you have to sit and you have to do this vichara and all those stuff. Now only you said something, there is no bondage, no liberation. Why should we do vichara? You think that is bondage, na? And you feel miserable, na? As long as that you do this vichara as Bhagavan suggested. But don't get frantic about anything, na? See, once a fellow, a devotee who was living in Ramanashram during Bhagavan's time, he was telling, he was given some in charge or some work in the ashram, it seems. So busy with the work, he complained to Bhagavan, Bhagavan, my wish is to go to Virupakshi cave and go and meditate, but I am not finding time. Bhagavan said, don't entertain such sankalpa. If you die, you have to come back only for this, to go and sit in Virupaksha like a rock. Don't entertain even this sankalpa, Bhagavan said, it seems. I want to go to Virupaksha cave. And I will meditate there. Why you can't meditate here? No, Virupaksha cave. I'll go to Himalayas, there is a cave. Vashishta Guha, there I will go and meditate. See, all these are fanciful ideas, ஒரு சின்ன கொசுக்கொடி தாங்குவோம் நம்மளால. When we go and sit in that guha, we are always worried. இங்க தேடு இருக்குமா பாம்பு வருமா? And night ஆச்சுனா பயம், பேய் இருக்குமா இங்க? ரொம்ப காலம் பாலடைஞ்சு இருந்துச்சு. Will there be a ghost here? And you may hear also the sound of the ghost. The mind can create anything. The mind has created this world. Why not mind create another ghost? We are very weak at heart, I tell you. And you go in the guha and you hear something very odd. See, I tell you one thing. In the ashram, when I was a young brahmachari studying in the ashram, we are given a small, each one is given a room, thankfully. So, already we have left the house and we have gone and we do not know what is our future, what is going to happen. So all those things are there. And means whatever said and done, you have gone away from your parents and all. Yes, with inspiration only, but you have gone away and all. And you are not lived, means away from your parents. Myself at least. So you know what? The second or third day, the night, I heard as if a child crying. Really child crying. There can never be a child in the ashram. Because the ashram is full of sadhus and brahmacharis and all. Behind our ashram, there is a slum actually. In Powai, Sandipani, behind there is a slum. But why very closely I was hearing, as if just next to my window I was hearing child crying. And I got so scared. I don't know what to do also. The next day somebody told me it is a cat. Cat can really make such noises, very terrible noises. My God. So, we are the seeker wanting to realize self, but we are so scared. We don't know whether it is a cat or rat. சுவாமி இப்போ எங்களை என்னதான் செய்யணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க? எங்களுக்கு ஒரு இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன் வந்தால் அதுவும் வேண்டாம் கூடாதுங்கிறீங்க. No, I'm not discouraging anybody. Try. If it works, it is good for you. But be little more discriminative, discreet in your thinking. Don't have fanciful ideas. Because wherever you go, you are carrying your mind with you. You are there. That is the problem. See, even if you go to the Vashishta Guha or any Guha, you are only sitting there, na? The same confused soul, agitated soul, miserable soul, you are only there. If you go there, you distribute misery there also. You distribute agitation there also. There sadhus are peacefully meditating. When you get there, they also become, what happened to me? Why am I agitated today so much? Because that agitated soul has entered your territory. So, please, let them meditate there peacefully. You only distribute misery in your household. That is enough. Don't go on distributing household misery everywhere. So, wherever we go, unfortunately, we carry ourselves. That is the trouble. So, this fellow is the problem. Please understand, nobody is problem. This fellow is the problem. So, he has to go. That to have peace, he has to go. See, this is the very important thing. When will I have peace? When you go. But wherever I go, I am there. Yes, you have to go. So therefore, even Bandha Sindai is a myth. How can the Mukti Sindai be true? Nittamai, Siddhamai, Nittamuktan Tanirka. What is the truth? Siddhamai, always attained. Nittamuktan, ever liberated. Self alone is the truth. And apart from that, everything is untrue. See, I am telling you one thing. See, when you are listening to the class from the teacher, all these things may sound very wonderful to you. But you know what? When you go away, your mind will tell you, yeah, whatever Swamiji is saying, maybe it's right. But you know, the mind will say that. But you know, it is all very impractical, not practical. For us though, this only will work out, I suppose. It's all very high-flown philosophy. It will not work out for me. Maybe I should try something else, not this. Mind will tell you. That is the Maya in action. When somebody is giving you, the Bhagavan is giving you the very wonderful path and is instructing you everything beautifully, you will say, Ama solla saridaan, irundhalum it will not work for me. If you say that, you are doomed. Don't have this attitude. Be brave. Say, yes, this is the truth. It will work out for me. Whatever Bhagavan has said is the truth. Yes. Yes, Atma Vichara will work out for me. This is the royal path. This is the simplest path. This is it. This is how you should think. If you are a true devotee of Bhagavan, you have to think this way only. When you say, but you know, it will not work out. Wherever I am, from there I have to start. Then what you should do? Daily do some parayana, daily do some prayers, daily do this, go around the temple, pradakshina 20 times, 21 times. Adukana adi mele adi vachu pradakshina vera. You don't allow anybody to walk. Because that is a very small passage. You go walk this way, and very slowly. And we go this way, then they come this way. Because that, in Ramana Ashrama, if you go around Bhagavan, people walk as if they are, in a very trance. Like this they walk. Okay, at least you keep that track and you walk. You are in trance, I agree. We are all ordinary souls, you are in trance. So you have to be given the royal treatment. You walk slowly. But walk in one line or in one track. You walk this way and that way. Walk this way and that way. So we don't know where to go this way or that way. So we get only 10 minutes to go there. And this person has got all lifetime there. So for him, no hurry. And moreover, he is Bhagavan's Sannidhi. Everybody should be like this only. Why are you in a hurry? That's what he will tell. But I am in a hurry. You are in hurry, but I am in hurry. But what you cannot tell anything to them also. Like that they walk. So therefore, all this Bandha Sindai, Mukti Sindai, it's all rubbish. Therefore, eat nicely, sleep nicely, enjoy life, relax, be happy. That is what our Acharya used to say. Don't ever become miserable. Don't bargain your peace of mind with anything in this world. Don't mortgage, correct. Bargain also is fine. Don't mortgage. So, our Acharya is going to come. He is another rioter. Sorry to tell that, but he really destroys everything else. How dare you say your Acharya is a rioter? In his own way, he is a disruptor. Enga pochida. So we have come to the last verse. That is why the Kadayala Adikirenana. Uruvam Aruvam Uruvaruvam Moonram Urumutti Enil Uraipan Uruvam Aruvam Uruva என்ன ஆச்சு உங்களுக்கு உருவம் தான் சொல்லியாச்சு தனியா உருவம் சொல்லவே இல்லையா உருவம் அருவம் உருவருவம் ஆயும் அகந்தை உருவழிதன் முக்தி உணர் உருவம் அருவம் உருவருவம் மூன்றாம் உருமுத்தி என்னில் உரைப்பன் உருவம் அருவம் உருவம் அருவ வெயிட் அருவம் அருவம் உருவருவம் ஆயும் மகந்தை உருவழிதல் முக்தி உணர். See, generally people talk of three kinds of muktis. See, that is not something to do with the Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya and all. That is a different story. That is altogether a different story. But apart from that, in the Mahatma circle, they talk about mukti as what? Uruvam. Even after getting liberated, that Mahatma remains with form. Meaning somewhere he is there as a form. You worship him, pray him, he can come and bless you. We have seen it. We have seen Shirdi Sai Baba coming, walking, talking, blessing. So somewhere he is there as a Uruvam. Other people say no, Aruvam. Mukti means what? Final state is Aruvam. No body, he cannot take any body anymore. Aruvam, he has become one with Brahman, which is beyond names and forms. Therefore, this mukti is formless. So, he can never come. Yad ghatvan anivartante. So, you worship him, pray to him, he can never come. He can never bless you. Then why should I pray to him? Chumma tha. So, he can never come. It's very discouraging, na? Your guru who has gone forever will never come. At least if there is an idea that he may come. Aruvam. Then there are other Prahaspatis who say, appadi illappa, appadi illa, ipadi illa. Aruvam da. He is become one with Brahman only, which is formless. But if he wants, one fellow is saying, no. He is there somewhere with form. So whenever I call him, at my beck and call, he can come running. Another fellow says, no, he can never come. Gone means gone. And the third fellow says, yes, he has gone. He is Aruvam only. But he can take Urvam and come. When he wants to bless his devotees, he can come with Urvam. So what is the truth? This is what Bhagavan is saying. Urvam. The mukti is with Urvam, with form. Aruvam. Some say mukti is without form. Uruvaruvam. And the third person says, both is right. He is formless only, but to bless his devotee, through his sankalpa, he can come as form. So which is truth? Bhagavan has his own way of telling anything. Uru mukti enil uraipan. If this is what is mukti, if people are telling, now I will tell you what. En vadi tani vadi. This is what you are saying as mukti. Now uraipan. Now I will tell what is mukti. Uruvam, Aruvam, Uruvaruvam, Ayum, Ahandai, Uruvaridal, Mukti, Unar. This Ahandai is sometimes with Uruvam only, holding on to some forms. Sometimes Aruvam, sometimes Uruvaruvam. This Ahandai is only Ayum Ahandai means this Ahandai only is doing this research. Ayum means Araichi. Whether it is Uruvam or Aruvam, Uruvaruvam. So this ego which is thinking and wondering and contemplating on all these issues, and the ahandai uruvadidal mukti unar. That ahandai or ahankar should die, should go. That is mukti. Because all these are only concepts of the mind. The ahankara is only projecting once again these concepts. What Uruvam, Aruvam, Uruvaruvam. Inge Ayum enadho, Ayhindra means which is thinking or which is researching about all these issues. That Ahankaran Uruvadidal dhan mukti. So at the end of the day, Yanatriyalvadu Therinneduvadu Thanatravam endranundi. So there also the last verse is the same. Yanatriyalvadu. One, if you can remain without ego, that is tapas. Here also he says, that which is thinking or researching or wondering about all these issues, the ego, adan uru alidal, adudan mukti. And the uru alinjichin sonna, there is no more thinking of anything. So all these ideas are only from the onlooker standpoint. But from the truth standpoint, when the ahankara goes, there is nothing other than the self. See why Bhagavan is saying this, in different schools of philosophy, people endlessly talk about different things and argue and quarrel. And even in Brahma Sutra, this idea is handled. Whether the Mukti Purusha, he will remain as a form or no form, or he can come and take form. But Bhagavan says, who is thinking in all these lines? Ahankara only na, avanade uru adidal. The destruction of ego, that is mukti unar. Right? See, now we have studied Ulladu Narpadu. This is the crux of the story. This is Ramana Upanishad. Even Anubandham is later additions only. See, here and there everything is put together. But Ulladu Narpadu is a Jnana Grantham and it is the Ramana Upanishad. See, if we are true devotees of Bhagavan, we should strongly, intensely feel that this is it. And whatever Bhagavan has said is truth, and whatever about Atma Vichara he has spoken, that is the path, and we have to walk this path. That is what we have to think. This is called as achanchala bhakti. It is called as avyabhichara bhakti. The mind is always, wavering and confused, tossing between here and there. எதையுமே அடைய முடியாது, எதையுமே சாதிக்க முடியாது. Only when you have that dheeramana mind, this is it. By Bhagavan's grace, somehow he has blessed me. எனக்கு வேற எதுலையுமே மனசு போகாது. Bhagavan and his scripture and his Atma Vichara. That is it. Other things you all practice if you want, but don't trouble me. Leave me alone. For me, I have got my Bhagavan. Wherever I go, Bhagavan is with me and his Upadesha is with me. And the Atma Vichara is the simplest, straightforward. That is enough for me. If you want to break your head with everything else, you break your head. Nobody stops. But don't ask me to break my head. Already I have broken enough. So this is how we have to feel very intensely about our Guru, about his teachings. And we should feel that is the path. We should not say, okay, but for me, that will not work, this will only work. Who are you to say? Who are you to decide? If you have come to Bhagavan means you are fit only. Otherwise, how can you come to Bhagavan? It is not accident. It is not accident. Nothing is accident. If you have come to Bhagavan means Bhagavan has pulled you. Okay, if you don't believe in Bhagavan, the life has pulled you. The nature has pulled you. Whatever nonsense you believe in, that pulled you. Right? So you are fit only. So we have to feel that way and we have to practice it intensely. And after some time, you close your eyes, sit and you are gone. அப்படி ஒரு நிலைமை வரும். Within like this, you are gone. அப்பா அப்புறம் வரவே வராது வெளியில். வெளியில் வந்தாதானே பிரச்சனை. It won't come out also. So that can happen. That will happen. So we have to actually have a lot of devotion to Bhagavan's feet. Why? Because with Shraddha only it is gained. Shraddhavan labate jnanam. So with Shraddha and Bhakti, we have to hold on to the feet of our Guru and then we have to practice whatever he has said. Practice me Atma Vicharam. Then everything is done. Okay. So now we are concluding Ulladu Narpadu. Today, late morning, we will have Padigam. And today, as Sivaratri special, we are going to have another session from 9 to 10 o'clock in the night. 9 to 10 o'clock in the night, the same venue, we will have Padigam. Right? And today whole night we will be having different Kala Pujas. So tomorrow there is no class in the morning. Late morning also there is no class. Instead we are going to have 4 to 5 in the evening Padigam. We will conclude Padigam tomorrow. So 4 to 5 in the evening we are going to have Padigam class. Instead of late morning we have pushed it to evening. And then tomorrow night we will start Bhagavad Gita Saram. That is 19th night we are going to start Bhagavad Gita Saram. So only tomorrow morning and late morning we don't have class. Today evening also. Today evening means what? That 6:45 to 8 o'clock class. We won't be having. So you get my point? So today late morning we have the session. And then the next session of Padigam is 9 to 10 in the night. That is special session. And then tomorrow whole day we don't have because we would be very tired. Already we are sleeping. Even after taking good rest. If you don't sleep, Swamiji's talk is like a lullaby. I will sleep. I will talk and go, huh? So tomorrow also morning, late morning we will not have class. Tomorrow evening 4 to 5 we will have class and the night satsang we will have, that is Bhagavad Gita Sar. This is our program. Okay. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudhachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.